Welcome back to Tran wins Baldur's Gate 3. This is a regular party because I want to show you what the full battle looks like if you don't go around slaughtering everybody. Since I had to replay the Cursed Shadowlands again, I decided to also scrounge up some rare dialogue for you. What if you never ever go to Last Light Inn and rescue the angel?
Hold. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
I'm Isobel, servant of the Moon Maiden, protector of this inn and those who seek shelter here. Your turn.
I'm Tran. I mean you no harm.
You'd be a bit late to the party if you did. Ketheric Thorm's done for. Or didn't you see that angel carving a path straight towards Moonrise Towers?
I did. In fact, I'm the one who set her free.
I've a great number of questions for you in that case. But those can wait until Ketheric is dead. While he lives, we're all on borrowed time. Our fighting forces, led by the Harpers, have gone straight to the towers to face Ketheric down. Rest here, if you need. Then finish this. None of us will be safe while Ketheric is alive.
Pretty much everyone else has regular dialogue, except for Ceres, the scout for the Tiefling organization. I don't know if organization is the right word for them.
This place has been buzzing with talk of an adventurer who found us an angel. Sounds to me like salvation, don't you think?
Let's head on over to the Moonrise Towers now. So if you haven't butchered and murdered your way through the tower like I did, your bridge will look something like this. This is full of Harper, Fist, and Absolutist bodies. Your AI will walk on this holy fire, which is just basically fiery ground. You'll take radiant damage instead, but otherwise it's the same thing. Hitting T on it doesn't bring up any sort of contextual information for me, but yes, it does burn, and your AI will walk on it. I don't know why.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
Halt! Ready your weapons, Harpers. Be prepared to strike at my command. You there, friend or foe?
What criterion is it that would put me in either camp?
You know the criterion exactly.
Must I stumble upon another nuisance every other mile? Out of my way, the lot of you.
Foe it is. Strike them down!
Alright, well, she's always quick to anger. Let's try the other dialogue options. That was my first time with that one.
You there, friend or foe?
Friend.
Prove it.
I don't need to prove myself to anyone. Now step aside.
Wrong answer.
She does not take any lip.
You there, friend or foe?
Foe.
Well, that spared us all a tedious confrontation. We'll settle this by the sword!
Even if you end up killing Jaheira's cronies, Zarel inside still gives you the same "you're a traitor" dialogue. Even though you just killed everybody, there's no reason for her to think you're a traitor. Let's go ahead and have Harlack. We use a Void Orb. Throw a little bit further back. The DC for this is only 8, so I'm not expecting to get a whole lot out of this. We can also enter Rage Mode. That'll be both her bonus actions right there. And then we'll go ahead and throw her Returning Pike. Say a Fist no Pois. I was hoping to pull Jaheira back because I am the crit master at this point. And the intransigent hammer, if you recall, knocks foes prone after killing a hostile target or landing a critical hit. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Gale, we've gone ahead and equipped him with the Conjure Shadow Lantern Wraith. We'll just go ahead and conjure one out of Jaheira's body. Unfortunately, I'm still using the Returning Pike on this one because I didn't reclass her to be an Eldritch Knight this time around. Not for any real reason other than I wasn't trying to play seriously when I was going through the Shadow Cursed Realm. We've already done it once.
The witching hour.
Can I push you off the bridge? No, that is not a thing. Obviously, the game does not intend you to go up against Jaheira, except much of the dialogue does result in that happening, if you do anything but answer her outright. But I've spoken to Jaheira so many times to get all the dialogue proper and situated. And in some cases, even turning off music so that I can make a better viewing experience for you so the music doesn't crescendo repeatedly. Then I inserted the music afterwards, just recording the music on its own. I did that also for the camp dialogues. This is the nearest group. And all those crits. This is for all the times you have vined me, lady. Remember, I have to sit through these dialogues a lot, including for talking to Jaheira for the video. What does she have? What kind of loot can we expect from her? Sylvan Scimitar. Instead of dexterity modifier, the affected entity adds its spellcasting ability modifier to attack roll. The affected entity is a little bit of a odd wording. I would assume this means the wielder, perhaps? And then just a regular scimitar +1. Maybe this would actually be pretty good as my secondary weapon. Maybe for Will, actually? Because he would Warlock Pact his first blade, assuming he's a Pact of the Blade. Okay.
You know the criterion exactly.
I'm on your side if that's what you're insinuating. On the Harper's side.
Prove it.
That celestial being up there. I'm the one who freed her.
Truly? In that case, we could find ourselves to be allies indeed. Me and my Harpers came all the way from Baldur's Gate to end the cult of the Absolute once and for all. And Jaheira, if our goals align, I may just be pleased to meet you.
Let me prove it to you. Join my party.
I'm touched, but I'm already spoken for.
Ketheric is a formidable foe. I have need of a formidable ally.
Very well. Side by side we'll stand, as we'll rip true souls from a false god. As good a prophecy as any. I'm touched, but I'm already spoken for.
So be it. See you on the other side.
Godspeed. You seem to be their chosen champion after all, against the false absolute. And Jaheira, if our goals align, I may just be pleased to meet you.
Let's circle this conversation back to some kind of point, shall we?
The sword point is the only one that matters now. At the ready, Harpers! In this light, there will be victory. In this light, we will avenge the fallen! The time has come. Ketheric Thorm will taste of death at last. My blade will taste of your flesh, Ketheric. And so settle a century-old score.
Zealot Malik and Adept Meram near Jahira have parasites. And in the fight up ahead, Linsella, who controls the Knolls. The reason I didn't pick about Baldur's Gate is she just says there's no point talking about it, or she's not going to talk about it now. There'll be time to talk afterwards.
You dare show yourself here after all you've done? You have betrayed me, you have betrayed General Thorm, you have betrayed our god! And for what? These Harpers. Moonrise will be their tomb, and in death, you will all serve the Absolute.
Step aside, Zarel.
Where's the fun in that? Boys, make this traitor bleed.
Battle is joined. I've gone ahead and placed Astarion and Gale up here, just because I can. It doesn't really affect the battle in any normal way, so this is still what a normal player could do at this point. Let's see, unfortunately Karlak, she did not roll well. Yeah, wow, that's bad. I mean, that's not super bad, but it's not what I want. Alright. My goal was to have Karlak use her telekinetic scrolls and throw people on the floor. What we'll do is, instead, I guess we'll Roaring Thunder. Let's see if we can aim this on top of someone else, and that way we can do some extra damage. I wanted to see him fall, but the camera panned right to me. Or right to Astarion, that is. Alright, that's a nice big cluster of people there. Also, let's drink a haste potion. He's not in battle yet, so we'll have him start by doing something in battle. We'll have Gale wait a second. Tran, open up with your mighty critical combos. It feels like it's just a waste to hit her again. Let's hit this guy now. It's fine, I've lost concentration. I'm trying to knock these guys prone, but I think they're just saving on... Alright, well. He fell prone, and that's okay, so I guess. It was still a lot of crits. Like, a lot of crits right there. I'm using a normal party here because I get a ton of dislikes on that short video that I put earlier. I don't know why. The only thing I can think of is people thought I wasn't getting the loot from the corpse, which I deliberately brought the corpse back. Or I didn't mention what spell I was using, which I figured showing the telekinesis scroll was enough. Or I had more than 4 people. These guys have joined battle, I think. Not entirely sure the warden's up here or not. I thought I saw... No, it was him joining. Okay. Let me think here. He can't feather fall right to now, so if I were to jump down, he would take all the damage. I could try to jump on top of him and do damage to that person. It's funny if you do it to a Balthazar's body after telekinesising him out into the chasm, bring him back to the edge, and then just have everybody jump on his corpse doing damage to the body. Additionally, in my original version of that short, I threw Balthazar's corpse at Nightsong, killing Nightsong. But I thought, oh, people probably won't like that. Yeah, for me to arcane lock, I'm gonna actually have to put Gale on the floor there. I don't want to break the door, so I don't want to necessarily hit it.
Trent.
everybody who has been in the tower is accounted for, except for the 4 peasants. And here they are. So what happens is after you've killed enough, they run forward until they see your party, and by having the door closed, they'll get closer to us, which is advantageous for making a better video. Frightened, prone. We already knew this one was prone. At least he got the lowest hit point, so we'll open fire on him. And I was fully ready for it to melt the water, because his Hell Dusk gloves typically do that.
Time to put your tails to the test, warrior!
I intentionally left the Antarv alive because he's got that one line, which is dependent on whether or not you've told him how awesome you are. I like that. He's just looking forward to the battle. And I wanted to melt that ice before the fist started moving.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
I can always refreeze it later. I guess Jahara would just freeze it, period. I'm not controlling the camera. In the previous take of this, I deliberately used the Hell Dust gloves to melt the water, and then I shot a lightning arrow into it. But, I mean, it just slowed down the battle. Even though it looked cool, it just slowed down the battle a lot because then nobody was really fighting. This is probably my 5th take of this. So I try to come up with ways to make this battle more interesting. If I were to Arcane Lock that would also slow things down, so it's probably just as well that I wasn't able to.
I'll smear your entrails on these walls in her name.
Because there are other doors that lead to the lobby from the throne room, so it's not like it keeps them from joining battle. It was just something cool to do because you never get to use Arcane Lock on anything. That guy was dead. There's no need to telekinetic him anymore. We can use telekinesis on these guys and throw them on the ice if we wanted. Oh, the warden didn't go invisible for once. Out of every other battle we fought, she always went invisible as her first action. Okay, let's go and enter frenzy mode. And then we'll go and use a soul coin, costing us the 2nd bonus action. Then we'll just start throwing. This is, by the way, all still the first turn. Just Karlach got to move late. So I find it ironic, I suppose is the correct usage of ironic, is that we used the soul coin to defeat Lantarv, who gave us soul coins to begin with. One of the things I liked doing on the first take I did was I forgot to give telekinesis around to my party members, and so I used Thorn Whip to pull people off the rafters. It was kind of cool, but the camera did not like it at all, so you really couldn't see anything. Okay, thank you for this shot. I still am not controlling the camera. I have turned off Immersive AI as of patch 5, which was a couple episodes back. What are we gonna do? I'd like to melt the ice again. Asterion. Okay, let me think here. What would be good? I mean, we could just shoot, and that seems... I mean, alright. Can we shoot her? 72%? Alright, we'll go for this 90% right here. Oh, jeez, come on. Also of note is, because these guys are green, they are officially allies. Remember that I can cast Feign Death on them? So my fireball does not hurt them. What else? Let me think here. We could firewall these three. I think we'll just fireball. That's fine. Is it really all that's left of the enemy? Yeah, I guess so. I'm looking at the top bar. Actually, we could use some of these powers. We have attacks deal additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. They take 2 to 12 every time they miss. We can cast Shield of Thralls as a bonus action. It's stunning nearby opponents if it fails. Sure. I've never used it.
Death's close at hand.
Okay. Waiting for the game to catch up. Wow.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
Not until we've put Ketheric down.
I'm just critting all over the place. So this was what I always intended to do, was make some sort of crit build. Yeah. So I think I'm doing pretty well towards that. I think I've made a good showing of this whole battle as a result. Let me tune in to the real party now.
There you are. What's happening out there? Who was that streaking across the sky?
Her name is Nightsong, an immortal Ketheric had trapped within the Shadowfell.
An immortal? But it couldn't possibly be. Never mind. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have him in a corner. Jaheira and every fighting body in this place have gone to Moonrise Towers to face Ketheric down. She's waiting for you there. End this. Now. We're all counting on you.
If you didn't absolutely murder everybody in the tower like I did, you'll find a Harper, Fist, and Absolutism corpses strewn across this bridge. Watch out, your teammates will run across all the holy fire even without the full party mod.
Unshackled from shadows, she will rise in moonlit glory and carve a path of brightness to the accursed one's second death. So saith the wise Alondo. That beacon of angelic wrath has taken the fight to Ketheric on the rooftop. In the first line of defense are dead. But storming the tower won't be easy, and if we wait too long, Ketheric will gather his strength and retaliate. For now, though, he's on the back foot for the first time since he returned from the grave. This is it. The Spearhead moment. You brought us this far. So how shall we proceed?
Do what you will, just don't get in my way.
Ha! Sounds like something my scimitars would say. They'll strike true. See to it you'll do the same. At the ready, Harpers! In this light, there will be victory. In this light, we will avenge the fallen! The time has come. Ketheric will taste of death at last. My blade will taste of your flesh, Ketheric. And so settle a century-old score.
At last, we wash our weapons in absolute blood.
I like this bloodlust look on you. Whew. Very flattering.
Even now, at the cusp, you waste your breath on prattle.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. This is my third take in. Because I keep messing up something that makes the movement into the base look less than fluid, such as having to group people up grouping up 8 players is kind of a long affair. This time we just ungrouped Tran, leaving the rest of the party grouped up. Earlier I mentioned that there is a crumbling wall, and I would show you what was behind it. It's actually nothing super special, but I'm trying to make use of it, so I thought of a plan. It is completely half-baked, and you could just circumvent all of this by, say, a potion of invisibility. It's absolutely not needed, but I'm trying to do things that you wouldn't normally see online. Let's go ahead and fly up to the 3rd floor. Now I will need another flight scroll or a feather fall scroll at this second junction, so we'll just cast flight again, since ours is about to run out. You could also Ray of Frost your way through. But the mobility scrolls we've already handed to Tran a long time ago. I don't know why he needs a grunt to fly. It doesn't look like it's taking a special effort to fly magically. I understand flying with, you know, a full suit of plate armor and all the stuff we're carrying on him is not easy, but since it's a magic spell, I don't think it requires exertion. Alright, behind door number 1 is... ready? Just the top of the stairs of the throne room leading to Radija and the final door to Ketheric Thorm's top of the base. That's it. I'm clicking. No. Oh, he lost condition flight at the last second, but it was still going on when I was about to do that. All right.
Come on, face me.
So we went through all of this. How did I attempt to make it worthwhile in my scripting for this video? We're gonna go and pickpocket her. We're gonna go and play 8,400 gold on her.
Nothing.
And we'll have Lae'zel go and lead the charge in.
Shadow to shadow. Soon we'll find more.
You dare show yourself here after all you've done? You have betrayed me. You have betrayed General Thorm. You have betrayed our god! And for what? These Harpers. Moonrise will be their tomb, and in death, you will all serve the Absolute.
I will never serve the Absolute again, Zrel. And I will take your prattling tongue as a reminder of this moment.
I've looked forward to killing you since the moment we met.
You hid it well. I thought you'd be another notch on my bedpost, but instead I'll make a trophy of your bones. Boys, make them bleed.
Tran, activate blood money. Finally! Wow, okay. I don't know how many times we had to do that.
Brimming with potent
I had a
magic.
1/3 chance to hit, and even then, I think mirror image, even if I were to connect, I would probably hit one of the mirror images. Took a while to load that body. She has obviously a Mind Flayer Parasite Specimen, just a regular hand axe +1, and the Absolute's Protector. If the wearer bears the Absolute's brand, all damage received from spells is reduced by 1. Okay. I will also point out that Minthara is not branded, or at least it doesn't list it in her tags. Wolfsworn, Underdark, Drow, Humanoid, Fighter, Oath of Ancients. I switched her to be Ancient so that we can get 2 auras out of her. And Minthara. If we take a look at another character, it's branded. Okay, we're actually going to save here, because I don't want to do that again. So yeah, I had to do that several times. And there's Quartermaster Tally, who is there if you just needed resupply.
It's a grim task, picking provisions from the dead. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
I don't think she has anything new. She does go around from body to body, including the Absolutists, and prays over them. Nothing here that stands out to me, so we'll go ahead and just close this window.
Lady, light away.
Thought I'd check because, I forget the gnome's name, but the one that follows you from Act 1, he gets a couple new things once you bring him to Last Light Inn. Alright, let's head on downstairs and we'll begin another fight. Always the waypoint's always next to the stairs, behind that candelabra for some reason. Any surviving Fist members will be down here. You have not only a humongous collection of necromites, but also a few summoners or necromancers back here who will summon more necromites, which are basically very weak skeletons. Even if you were to enter from the side door in the docks, they'd still lead to this fight, though you could perhaps manage to save all of the fists if you chose to do so by fighting these skeletons beforehand. While you would think that you'd take the boat back to Moonrise Towers, that is not an option in the game, so it's not like you could ambush the necromancers. No, you have to go through their horde of skeletons. I get that this fight is completely optional, but that should legitimately be a strategy. Especially if the reward the player for rescuing the prisoners. I know that the Prisoners of Souls gave like 300 gold, potent robes or whatever it's called, portent robes, I don't remember. I don't think I could get him close enough to... Oh, let's see here. Let's try. Just launch a couple fireballs. Wish I could hit more. I don't think I got that one.
I'm ready.
Turn on your pinwheel of death. Speed. Dash. Closer, actually get him in there. Alright, that clears up a bit of room. Good camera angle, thank you. Oh, and the item that we get from the angel, I forget her name already, Aelin. It is the Moonlight Glaive. It does regular glaive damage plus 1d4 radiant. And then it also acts as a light source. As its special ability, it contains moonlight butterflies. So I equipped her with this since it sounds like her old Zayandi weapon. Though I haven't used this ability yet, since we just got this. So let's try it out now. Deal additional psychic damage equal to your proficiency bonus when the target moves away from your illusion, which I guess is the verifier. It takes 1d6 psychic damage. Why don't we try it on this guy? Moonlight butterflies. Okay, I guess it's a little bit larger than the regular verifier. We're gonna... I just used Luck of the... Oh, I probably used Luck of the Farm Realm on that lady. What's her name? Zarel. Well, we'll turn off Executioner for now and save that for later. I don't know if we can actually save it for later, but we'll try. Executioner is part of that ring that he has. So now it's Halsin. We're gonna go and beat this guy into the floor using Topple. It does 46 to 78 damage. He did not survive that. See how far a monk can get. Nice, good range there. use our dash action and head on over here, trapping the enemy between Halcyon and the spitting Beyblade of Death. I don't think you can reach. Yeah. Cunning action dash.
No surrender.
Apparently Moonlight Butterflies also hurts your allies? I didn't realize. I thought it was only bad guys that hurts. This is a completely optional part of the battle. And the skeletons themselves, they really do fall down easily. I wonder if that name is a reference to anything? Sarah Bale? I mean, it sounds like it would be like a QA tester's name or something to credit the person. Now, the sucky thing about the way they incubate these things is because of where they appear in initiative roll, if you roll well for initiative, you cannot respond to these guys, the skeletal invalure or whatever. Under certain circumstances, they can immediately take their turn before you can go. Take your swing. Oh, you actually hit. I did lose protection from Evo just by casting Flight, and that's fine. I guess she could actually attack too. I forget she has abilities. Just take some arrow shots. I always forget that she has the ability to launch people flying away with her Tempest domain. Yeah, I don't like that Moonlight Butterflies. I will probably never use it again. There's no real loot down here, but we get the inspiration, a bone to pick. Let me see. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I guess at least show you what's on the corpses. Each of the necromancers has the Mercolite Scourge on them. It's a flail with 1d6 necrotic damage. So that's actually pretty interesting. I kind of like that. We'll take them just in case we can utilize them for something in the future. Just having a natural weapon enchantment of that level is a serious bonus. It's better than a +1 weapon enchantment, after all, which is what most of our equipment is. Maybe there's a couple +2 items here and there, but most of it's +1. 1d6, that's like 6 times better. Well, maybe not because of the roll, but still. Then you can talk to the survivors if you wanted.
Watching gods. These poor bastards actually die believing.
Here's Othelred, who didn't like you when you entered Last Light Inn.
Ketheric's on the back foot. Ready for the final push. We wouldn't have made it this far without you.
Upwards!
I like his attitude.
You lead. We'll follow.
See what she has to say.
Enough. We need to put an end to this.
I guess her skin never loaded in.
Come on. Plenty more to do yet. We have the High Harper. I suppose that's almost as good as a trebuchet.
Sure.
As long as we hold this floor, the tower is ours. I'll stay here. Ensure no one comes up or down without a scimitar welcome. You're close now. A final audience with Ketheric Thorm awaits.
I detect a hint of envy. Perhaps you'd like to be there for that finale.
Ha! Keen eye. I suppose I could be persuaded.
Then consider yourself persuaded.
Fair enough. The time has come. Ketheric will taste of death at last.
And she joins us as a follower, not a full-on companion, meaning that she is not reclassed, you can't touch her inventory, that's all fine. When I say reclassed, she's got her level 8 druid stuff, and I'm not going to really mess with her hotbar right now, but she's probably going to need some changes to her leveling. For example, Halsin became a very, very powerful druid monk as a result, using his druid abilities to create the spores, which gives him like an extra 1d8, and then combining that into his monk powers. We'll figure out what to do with Jaheira. Maybe we'll just make her another monk. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with druids, but I'll learn and figure it out.
We're pushing them back. The Moon Maiden's with us. The Moon Maiden's light will protect us, even here.
Can't stand this place. You can tell there's been naught but evil here for a century. You fight as well as any Harper. Careful, or Jaheira might have to keep you.
With Jaheira to lead us, and you bringing light to the shadows, we might just have a chance.
Okay, let me go.
It's time to fight back.
I'm chatting with all these people because there's a very strong possibility that they'll be dead in a normal playthrough.
Undeath here. Survive.
Oh, I didn't notice until now. They actually wear that Harper pin we found a long time ago.
Anger. Something breaks above.
We'll head on upstairs. I've gone and changed Tran's equipment just a little bit for this next section. Or next one fight. Actually, we'll have everybody crouch and then ungroup them. Jaheira, you crouch too. I don't really want you in battle if I can help it. Just because it'll make the battle go faster. Let me think here. Do I have an... First, we'll go ahead and have Tran cast invisibility. Just want normal invisibility. Here we go. Is this a concentration spell? I don't really cast invisibility that often. It is a concentration spell, so it'll break on his first spell, but that's fine. And we'll tell Jaheira to sort of creep around for a bit, and that'll keep her out of my way.
Have to keep going.
We're gonna cast Hunger of Hadar. That's fine, Jaheira got involved in the battle.
You will die before you reach my lord! You will be obedient!
Serene she might seem, but nature has fangs!
Let me think here. Do I actually want an Eldritch Blaster? We'll go an Eldritch Blaster, but not have Repelling Blast on. If I were fighting alone, they would be trying to charge towards Tran, and because it's difficult terrain inside, I could just Repelling Blast them backwards, and they would never be able to reach Tran. I suppose it's just as well Jaheira got involved in the battle, because she has her own voice lines. Put her on the corner. Tran used Psionic Backlash and just killed her. What? That's trying to cancel that so she didn't get hurt. Yeah, Psionic Backlash, she just died from that. I actually like the ending to that battle right there. On her corpse is another Mercolite Scourge. Let's go and uncrouch everybody. There we go. Had to do it. Apparently, four clicks there. And before we go up this area, we'll go ahead and equip that back on. Switch back to my, was it the Coruscation Ring? Yeah. So I borrowed the Ice Snowburst Ring from Gale for that spell. You couldn't see it. I guess it probably never actually applied. Oh, that's sad. It was supposed to apply ice to the floor underneath everybody. Maybe Hunger of Hadar does not count as trans damage. Anyways, and then we'll go ahead and do a short rest. I don't normally do this, but there's a reason for that.
Well, some rest's better than none.
Yeah, and we'll make another save. And we'll head upstairs.
What have you done? What have you done to me? Melodia wanted more for you than this, Ketheric. Stop, and you may redeem yourself yet.
Critical success.
There is no redemption, can't you see? It is too late. If Melodia could see all I've done, she'd know. She'd know her husband died long ago with Isobel. Unlike Isobel, he could not be brought back. Melodia is waiting for you in the afterlife. Return to Selûne, and your souls be reunited. I wish it could be so. I do. But the Moon Maiden did not intervene when my life was dismantled piece by piece. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything. Everything. We are copper pieces in their belts. Tokens to be traded for scraps. You have beaten me, true soul. But the gods beat me first. It isn't too late, Ketheric. Your story doesn't end here.
Ketheric Thorm!
Aelin.
Rise, you dog! Retribution has come, and her sword is my sword.
Wait. Ketheric has surrendered.
Ha! Ketheric Thorm would sooner die than lay down his rank cause. Isn't that right, General?
I was a fool to hesitate. Power like mine cannot be hidden, cannot be cowed. But power like mine has a price. A price I am destined to pay. You have one last chance to bow. Once it's gone, I'll have no choice but to destroy you both. Do you hear? Bow! The prism. You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
Yeah, I'm starting to think Minthara really was right about the gods being the source of all your woes. Alright, let's go ahead and Misty Step. Earlier, I wanted to save this reaction. We'll go and enable that. And the reason why we short rested, Blood Bunny. Oh, 25%? Oh, I'm gonna have to do this over and over till I get it right, aren't I? No, I got it that time.
Enough. My lord beckons me. You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isobel.
You will fall as sure as she. This has only begun.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Like, everybody's standing still like they're still in turn-based combat. I actually had a fallback plan. I was going to try to grab the corpse of Squire, and then actually beat Ketheric to death with the dog. Okay, I am demented, but yeah. I'm surprised I got that in one go. I guess the game is taking pity on me. Let's go ahead and kill... we'll use... Actually, you know what? Gale can actually handle this very easily. Drink another potion. Stand on the skull. Just unleash 2 fireballs, 1 to each side. There's 4... I thought there were 4 enemies. No, there they are. Okay. I think Ice Storm is actually bigger radius. Yeah. I was clicking, but he wasn't casting. Perhaps it was still resolving this first blast. Now it's Astarion's turn. Let's go and take shots at her. We are dual attack, and Alden is activated. Oh, shield. Boo. I'll do your best. Who's left? Oh, there's a still little skeleton. Alright. I think that's Moonlight Butterflies. We don't want to do that again. Here, have a magic missile.
I'm exhausted. Gotta find somewhere. That thing came from below. We need to find out where it took Ketheric.
I don't get tired of that. Jaheira, on the other hand, was actually wise enough to walk around all those bodies.
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Nightsong again.
You and your Harpers aren't coming.
Better they stay here, and hold the tower should Ketheric's army catch wind of our assault. But if you have room for one lone soldier, I would face Ketheric by your side.
Do you know what to expect when we find him?
Theory and supposition, none of which will help us in the fight to come. Ketheric must die, and the Absolute with him. We will work out the details as they rear their ugly heads.
Do you really think your soldiers can hold out against an entire army?
If our luck holds, they won't need to. If it doesn't, well, they are Harpers. Being outnumbered is part of the job. But the sooner we reach Ketheric and rob his army of their reason to fight, the better.
Join me, then.
Lead and I follow, Commander.
It's loading her up. There we go. She's now officially a party member. Where is she? I don't see her. Let's select Minthar and then select the next character button. Well, she's selected, but she does not have a portrait right now. I'm sure it's just a bug with the modding, and that's fine. Well, I'll probably resolve on a save and load. We've already looted this chest earlier, but that had the Ring of Undead command. We have not read this scroll because Ketheric was staring right at it when we were up here last. To be seen is to be known, and to be known by her is most perfect. One must rid one's mind of all veils. Nothing can escape her unseeing gaze, so to hold any secrets before her is folly. All you have, every little scrap of your being belongs to her. In return, you may be offered a fraction of her being. A shard of perfection lodged in your uncomprehending mind. We are true souls, after all, and the truth our souls hold is hers. I'm thinking we were knocked over this platform during that cutscene, so I guess we were up here with him. I don't know. This is as far as I've done my rehearsals or practice runs. I've never actually gone inside the Hollow Tower. Not yet, anyways.
Light on my feet.
And there's one other note I forgot to read. I'm not sure how I'll edit all this together. But let's see, it's not this table. It is... Oh, here it is. Note from Gortash. Ketheric. Just a note to say that I was alarmed to learn that your strike teams have not yet recovered the artifact. The Githyanki appear to be after it as well. I've more to say about this when time allows, but it's essential that your troops do not allow that object to slip between their fingers. Gortash. I don't know why they all just insist on using their secret little code letter names. Maybe they don't want people to prying eyes and all that. And it's not normal that we can see the name Note from Gortash on this. I understand all of that, but it is still irrelevant just to hide the name, yet still talk openly about their plots within. Okay, game. And I've got to stop for now, because we'll be flying back to see my parents for Christmas. Baldur's Gate will continue after Christmas break. I hope everyone watching us has a safe and happy holidays. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Baldur's Gate 3. I'll see you next time.
Taking on a tower with no siege engines. Wonderful.